to the abutters. What, anybody have any discussion on that?
Are we presenting them just one, or are we presenting them the three options?
I think we present them at least two. We give them an option. I don't think it's fair to corner them into just what we want. I mean, I know that the selectmen have given us, the approval to continue forward with the Lincoln School site. But I know over the summer, we had done some more work, or we had the consultant in and looked at some other spots in town. So I think we just present to them, multiple options.
Okay, very good.
Anybody else have any suggestions or? So I was thinking if we could present them with, the 2-station model versus a 1-station model, and then what the pros and cons for each. And I think we know what that is. It's just a matter of presenting them with it. And then, I guess my next question would be, do we do that before? Do we present to the selectmen before the abutters meeting or after the abutters meeting?
Or
I would say we present to the selectmen and do the options before we do anything else.
Okay. Okay. So we'll do that. I'll ask Doug to get us on a selectmen agenda. We'll do a joint meeting with them. And then we can present to them. And if they have any changes to their previous recommendations, we'll work through that with them. Do you think do we need to take a vote on that, do you think?
probably should.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna hurt if we do.
Okay. So do I have a motion for that?
I motion.
Thanks, Sue. Second?
Second.
Thank you, everybody. So we have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Hearing no opposition, we'll take that as unanimous. Thank you. I'll let you all know when we get that on the agenda. And then the only other agenda was to plan a date and time and a location for the abutters meeting for the station. I didn't know if we should have it up here at the fire station. I don't think we could have it at the Lincoln School. I don't think it's safe enough to do that. I would love to have it so that they could see the inside of it. But what's everyone's thoughts on that?
I won't be there if you do it at the Lincoln School.
All right.
I think doing it here isn't a bad idea. I mean, so people could actually get in here and see what we're talking about. I don't know, it's a thought.
Yeah. I was thinking we could have it on the apparatus floor. Pull the trucks out. We could do the apparatus floor, set it up for the abutters. And then we could do a tour of the station afterward. Just a thought.
I think that's a good idea.
I'm sorry, what's that, Deb? You're muted.
Maybe we take some pictures of the inside of the Lincoln School and all around it to let them know what they're dealing with in the Lincoln School.
Okay. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea. Have them blown up to like poster size so we can, or even a PowerPoint maybe.
Yeah.
Was that your projector at Mary's retirement, Scott?
Yes.
So, I mean, the veterans agent has a sound system too. But even if you had the projector and you could go through the slides, I mean, just keep having them roll.
Okay.
Just a
Yep.
thought.
No, good thought. I was thinking that we would be using the projector and the screen anyway if we had it here at the station. so that we could show the architect's initial block modeling and the studies that were done for that Lincoln School site. And if that's the way that the selectmen are gonna go.
Yeah,
So-
if you do the boards too, the other thing you could do is put them at town hall. So as people walk in and they're questioning the Lincoln School and they don't have time to come to the meeting, they could go in and look at
Okay,
the inside of the Lincoln School. They've questioned, if they're questioning it, how bad it is.
okay, that's a good idea.
And then also the boards for, what you're proposing at that site.
Okay,
The only, the only thing I have about presenting the architect's boards is that I don't think they're a fair representation of what the building will actually look like. So maybe if we do just the floor plan rather than what the building will look like, because I think that that would throw people off, or may throw people off, because a lot of people will kind of turned off to that design, but that's not the design. That's just them to get the programming in.
right. And just showing a preliminary block for that area, right? Okay. I was thinking if we did a meeting early April, late March, early April, you think that's is that too soon, too late?
I think that would work.
Yeah, I think that's good timing.
Okay.
Are you gonna do it on a weekend, during the day? What are your thoughts?
I haven't had that. I haven't even given that a thought. I was initially assuming like a weeknight, but a weekend day probably wouldn't be bad either. To give more of the abutters a chance to be here and not coming home from work, and so that might be a good idea.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Maybe two presentations, one in an evening and then one on a weekend, so you can try to capture everybody.
Okay.
Is there any reason for us to move faster with this, or are we trying to get on the warrant for town meeting?
Won't be this town meeting. So
Okay,
there's no need to like super rush it.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yep. Okay. So I think we'll plan for an early April abutters meeting at our current fire station. And then we'll do the postal boards and everything. We can start getting that process. I also waiting, hopefully this week, I'll be able to talk to some of the firefighters about getting the inside of our current station photographed or videotaped and get that up on some type of website. So,
Chief, maybe we should also bring out some of the major maintenance issues we've had with the station, so we can say how much a year that building's costing us, and, we just had some repairs done. We have repairs coming at us. Also that it's a historical building and that we can't widen the doors, so we're limited with apparatus. I'm just thinking of anything else that we can bring that we're basically outgrowing this station at this point.
yeah, absolutely. And that's what I want the public to see also. But yeah, we can definitely put all that's readily available, the maintenance costs and everything like that. So it's definitely something we can do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Does anybody else have anything semi-related to the abutters meeting or to presenting to the, or anything that's pertinent that we should discuss as we move forward with those?
The only other thing I can think of is and that we can certainly, if there's another meeting, but didn't you say one of our original meetings, there was an issue with turnout gear or washing it or storing it? It had to do with health issues, Scott. I don't remember.
Yep,
Exactly.
correct. So currently all our turnout gear, is all in an open locker all along throughout the station. So it's exposed to diesel exhaust, just regular dirt and grime. So the gear, it shortens the life of the gear with the dirt, the diesel exhaust, but also that gear, when we come from fires or a hazmat scene or anything, that gear all gets washed, but there's toxins that are still off gassing from that gear that get trapped in the fibers. So though that gear is all out in the open all around us and all around the vehicles. And essentially, the byproducts of the fire are still trapped in it essentially. And it's still getting released into the environment through from into the station. When now the gear is kept in a substantially separate area that has a complete different ventilation system, and just to reduce, number one, it keeps the gear clean. And number two, it also keeps that separate ventilation system, keeps it out of the air, the normal everyday around the station air. Yeah.
I definitely think you need to talk about some of the health issues that you're facing by having the station that you have
Yep.
as well.
Yep. Okay.
And also that gear we have gets broken down by ultraviolet rays. So the way that we have the apparatus bay and how it's exposed to light, it breaks down our gear just by virtue of where it is. So it's stored now in kind of like a room with no windows, and it has ventilation that goes directly to the outside on newer stations. So that's something we need to look at.
Deputy Killinger, are you having technical issues, or do you have anything to add? Because I don't see him.
He's here. He's just muted.
Okay.
And I don't have my phone on me. I left it at home. So if anybody's tried to text or call, I haven't received it. So sorry. Okay. So I think we have a good plan in place. And moving forward, and I will work on speaking to Doug to get us on the agenda. And then soon after that, I'll get a list of abutters from the assessor's office, and we can start setting up those meetings.
Can I just ask, just so I'm clear on the two proposals or the two options we're presenting, what are those two options?
So I think option one is the multiple station option, whether we look at a station at the north end of town and then the Lincoln School, and then the other option, which came from the study that was done over the summer with Dr. Jennings. And then option two would be just the single headquarters station.
Okay.
And I know that we're all in favor of the single headquarters station. And I think, we just have to present why to the board for that.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Yep. Sorry, I'm just writing my notes down. Okay, do we have anything else that we need to discuss? No? Okay. Well, thank you all for your time, and nice quick meeting. And I'll get everybody, hopefully our next meeting will be in person. Anyone have anything before we adjourn? All right, motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
Awesome. Second?
Second.
All right. Oh, hey, Deputy, there you are.
Oh, there's.
All right, all in favor of adjourning? Aye.
Aye.
Nay?
Aye.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for your time, and I'll keep you all posted when the next meeting will be. Oh, before we go, sorry. What are the best nights for everybody or best times to meet?
Honestly, Scott, I think if everyone's good with it, I think the doodle is the best way to do it.
Okay,
There's between me on shift and planning board and CPC, that's really the best way for me to do it.
okay. All right. If you guys have regularly scheduled meetings that you're all part of, whether it be like the youth commission or CPC or planning board, if you could just email me like when your regular meeting nights are, that way I can avoid those. So,
Okay,
yeah, and I thank you for taking on another board and helping us out here. So, all right, everybody, have a good night and thanks for being here.
All right, see ya.
bye,
Bye.
thanks,
Bye.
Mike. Bye, guys.